Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We welcome a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we have a place for a painter of plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint portraits of these. Landscapes and still lifes are so readily commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold, such is the life of a working artist. I've only my brush to testify for me, though you will note it has seen no small amount of service. Aha, Flexi paint, both old and new, are so much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave his fate at the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to your more sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the meal! We almost took a leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days. Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Humor, finally. Looks even grander from this angle, eh? Eh? Do you need something? Do you? Oh, I've lived here for ages, 10 years almost. Because my mother brought me, but she's dead now. It's funny, I ought to feel sad to think of her. But I don't. I don't feel much of anything anymore. I suppose there's not much point in it. I have nothing to love, nothing to hope for, so why bother? I know I'll never get up there until you're more popular. I'll live here stealing their scraps, and then I'll die here, that's all. What kind of place is this? It's called the Derelicts. After those hulking shipwrecks from the flood. I suppose, though, these days there's nothing in the whole place that the name doesn't apply to. The buildings, the paths, the people, all forsaken, just sitting here and waiting to rot. Oh, we survive, I suppose, like maggots on a course, fitting on whatever carrion we splurge from the city. But live now. It may be a drafty shack, but I'm doing my best to make the place look nice. Just because the world's a terrible place doesn't mean I have to be miserable about it. Come inside, see my dance. It's an experience you won't soon forget. Free of charge, just make sure you tell all your free citizens friends. Welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No, not even a single tear. Moving right along, thank you. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, to make it nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through the joyous hall. The Bureau of Immigration is the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go! Enjoy the beginnings of new life in paradise. Bureau of Immigration. I suppose we had better show ourselves willingly for the time being. You've been permitted. Just be sure to go directly to the Bureau of Immigration once inside. Welcome to you, more fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphino, an artist, and this is Daniel, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Valtteri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity in which you are chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patrons dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually, Chai News and Dulia Chai. A Mistil couple whom most refers to as the Chais. They're both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order. These are your registration documents. Take these papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll be officially Yulmorian citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise. Welcome to the Bureau registration. Papers, please. What have we here? Alphino, artist. Daniel's artist assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chai News and Lady Dulia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before. Oh dear. You smell hideous. Did you crawl through here through the ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the Dula Ossuary next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you rinse away that stench, you will want to splash yourselves with this perfume. Liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Koren, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. I hadn't realized we were so nomadic. Where'd you be then here? Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? It's not... I say... It seems rather exposed for one's appellations, does it not? Alice would have been drying her hair already. Wouldn't she just? Very well, I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness. Courage, Alpha. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Should we go and present ourselves to our new patrons then? We'll lead directions to the Chai residence. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. 3 measured through layers on top of each other. This layer here is called the buttress. Below us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. And above that, you've got the canopy, which is where all the free citizens of Yumor spend their days. So in order to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs to the Grand Dame's party. He'll be in there, like as not. Oh, what is it? Spit it out.
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That that silken hair, those pearly cheeks, ooh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he will paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Ooh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Off you go. The city is yours to explore. Oh, but do be careful along those outer walkways. I should be most upset if you were to slip and fall. If my wife has given her permission, then you need not see my say-so. All I ask is that you behave yourself, draw no attention, and be respectful at all times. Now that you have the opportunity to experience Yulmore, I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering among the market stalls, perhaps. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, and we do even necessarily local gossip and family visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me too. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant in your wanderings, would you? Big strong lad, long hair tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief. And now I've been waiting here all alone and he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I'd be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return my side up. I think I may have lost the handkerchief in the hallway leading into the plaza. My attendant mentioned he would try looking there first. Okay, wait. That was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily I got on something. Thought if I could just reach out just far enough. Risk your life for a scrap of cloth. It's not a scrap, just a scrap of cloth. Not if it belongs to her. I would have risked my life and more to spare my mistress but a single moment of sadness. When I first came to Yomor, I thought of only improving my lot in life. But there is so much more to the city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has ever been so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Kolushia where I could possibly be happier. I'm sorry, I must have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately. I will never leave my lady's side again. My assistant told me everything. I am so very grateful for you were there to offer your assistance. You probably right, as if you remember my own family. I could not live without the whole life I live without it. My free citizens owe the bounded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society, a different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Yomor, a more glorious measure is in place to avert to such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that priests surrender their fortunes. Upon registration of all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the state. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated for the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as to rewards for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. All this talk of relying on the bonding, I haven't given a thought to what your duties might be. I hope I didn't interrupt your work unduly. A tour of the city, is it? Then you must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local leader. Anyway, a lady by the name of Sitsa Bee usually has a seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. I think you'll find that the beehive is far more diverting than watching you pick out new curtains for the parlor. Welcome to the beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day. I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see, always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease, eh? Quick game of high or low, simply a matter of guessing which has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor, within reason, of course. Interested? Ready for the game of high or low, then? Let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over and I flip 2 of mine. Low. You're going with low then, right. Your cards have is 16 and you have total of 15. Congratulations, your guess is right. Usually I consider you correct this point, but what say good rematch? One more win and we'll talk about that here. Another match? Come on, little honeybee. We all need our diversion. That's the spirit. Let me sort out the deck. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over and I flip 2 of mine. Now what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Low. You're going with low then, right? Let's see what we got. My cards add up to 22, and you have a total of 11. Well, would you look at that? I think you got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. Oops. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is all you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wonderful thing about this town is how we are safe from the Sin Eaters. They said that Rothari is born with the power to command them, which means no, you more than ever need to raise a weapon in the defense of this city. What was that kind of thing you wish to know? If your still needs scratching, then you might get a few words from out of Atharn over there. There's not that Mary Sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. What was that? New to Yulmore, you say? Well, we just arrived and you've already got looking to peel away the latest of mystery. Oh, I'm poor chanting. You need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I'll tell you what. You hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have a little talk. This is on. That's the dance like this note. Well, that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on any stage anytime you like. Now, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you, it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Yulmoran army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us around 20 years ago when the old ruler's son came to power. He got this way with the Eaters, you see, turned them docile as Hosket. Wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've been an ally to Yulmore, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere, they're still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. A toast to Lord Vathry. Yes, the assistants. Was there something? Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphinaud you have to brush your canvas. One cannot rush good art, or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. together an ensemble of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me. That last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You're truly a handsome boy. However, am I to decide? Not invading. Exactly. The lad is an artist, dear. He's not a dress-up doll. Not only set up him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we're enjoying ourselves so thoroughly. Well, I know. That is to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the time to prepare. Who know who'll be upset if you're not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick up some jewelry next? Concentrate on his art. Our anniversary will be upon us soon, and I promised to have a portrait to commemorate our union. I think Alfino looks simply precious in the more frilly fashions, but he seems most comfortable in the traveling wear. So I settled on his current wardrobe. It's not a common style in your worn. I can just imagine the heads he turning as he strides through the crowd. Lady Chive has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently extends to how she dressed while painting. But this obsession of hers works out in my favor. Time I spend indulging in these distractions I tend to use to continue explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us as I'm at the military headquarters, which in the story has zero talent. You're in the bonnet, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need help. My throat's... I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him then. I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Thoric. So that's my symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Here, you need medicines? Tonics? Potions? Curling for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. It means your songbird has a lump in the throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Now put a little song. Another kicker from the nest, I know. Or simply silence her troops. Oh, your face! You didn't know. Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are seen. Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave. These corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools who are from involved. Down to nightmares it is. Not for this ship's right. No, I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. I have my verdict and I have my meal. Good day. Oops, wrong animal. Oh well. Did you get my medicine? So that's it. What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. You've been crying again. Don't tell me your voice is still not lament. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said. So, you've been suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your afflictions was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of chilling by casting you out to the street. You're too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day will be a more burden to you than the treasure. Then I should have a word with Lord Father and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness, will your song ring out clearly once again. Or maybe you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me. Of course. I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Sounds too good to be true. Ah, you must be the new arrival to harbor such doubts. Allow me to allay your suspicions. As you all know, the senators exist to devour the sinful, but they also do serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them into a celestial paradise. It is through Lord Valkyrie that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Valkyrie's grace that the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that boast should the patrons deem them worthy. Lord Father truly is a great man, isn't he? Now, if you excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Yes, my love, you're probably right. Oh, dearest, we really should have found you new gloves. Oh, yes, my love, you're probably right. It's just good to see you back. We were taking so long to begin to worry something had happened. Been sketching our outline for a portrait, but nay, the child appeared others are. You started investigation before you've gleaned this far. So, Lord Vothry boasts some manner of influence over the senators, does he? That would explain the reverence which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where did they go? I did my eye off of you one moment and you're chatting with the assistant. Am I too soon the outline is done? What in blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphano. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should invoke influence of images of affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with this boundless beauty. Lord Jai, you stated in this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seems that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. Spectacle just lacking jaws and wooden knees to make people cry out in amazement. Now, fetch blank cabins and... Ah! I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yet the famine of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who watch it our fall are invited to join his lordship in the opera. Dreadful. And this man is a fifth sentence. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth going along to the experience. The opera they mentioned is part of the immersion. The level above us where Lord Vothry resides. Ordinarily, you'd be barred for entering, but it seems they'll be opening the doors for the next little while. The ground lift will take you up. You had better not dawdle. You want to see justice being served? Stop dawdling and take the crown lift up to the immersion. You will be careful on that malcontent, would you? I should so hate for you to come into any harm. Although I imagine Lord Vothry has the villain well under control. Joining the crowd out there.
That's him. That's Vothry. He is attended by sin-eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kolushia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthree, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society! To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin-eaters are part of Yulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Tis true that Kolushia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin-Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
People call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me. Of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
Did that little worm just insult me? I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Thank you again. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. And though it was probably for the best that we leave the island together, I believe we've worn out our welcome in your home. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Kolushia. We'll accompany you back to the Costarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Cashier, I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate and offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would have been made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Valtteri wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Costarium? I am certain we can find work for you there, if you are willing. No, that would just mean me laying on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking, learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Umorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphino! Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphino. Now, I've had many beautiful and striking pictures painted to me, but there's something about your work. It was as if you had cut the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Valtteri and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I'm sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray press me no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind to as to procure. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides beneath the glittering facade. I can't talk. Blah. Research was successful then. Good. Give the word and she'll be off. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. While it's not quite as joyous outcome I'd hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vothor and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the XIV and chart a new course. This is far from over. I see if you reunited with my brother as well. I'd love to hear how that story went. I'm told you and Alphonse carried out his scheme to infiltrate Yulmore. I would ask what you thought of his base amusements, but I doubt you are eager to relive the experience. It's good to be back amongst friends. Not to mention my dear sister. I've not seen her for some time. I'm glad that she's keen to press on with her plans as I am. And you've seen a lot of the First yourself now, more than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles we face. Let us lay our discoveries before the XIV can discuss what must be done.